I am a very religious Hindu person. Today morning I woke up and wanted to have a cheeseburger. It has beef in it, just to be clear. So I walked up to my nearest McDonald's and bought a cheeseburger. Sitting here in front of my cheeseburger now, I am now wondering, as a Hindu, is it okay for me to eat beef? And thus, this cheeseburger.
An unarmed man was savagely beaten with a hammer and kicked to pulp, while the police and dozens of people did little more than
Was
watching
killed
him.
by a mob in Alwar in 2017 for transporting cattle.
I mean, for real though, what is the deal with Hinduism and beef? Why is it so controversial and sometimes not controversial to eat beef in Hinduism, and especially in India? The situation is so bad that people are killing each other just because they suspected that a person was storing beef in their fridge. Why is this happening? Is it really Hinduism, or is it someone or something else that is causing all this violence and controversy about the beef? Hinduism is old, like really old, thousands of years old. But what does it really say about beef and meat in general? The year is somewhere between 500 to 100 BC. Valmiki, this great old Indian sage, he is writing Ramayana, which is this great ancient epic about King Rama who, to save his wife Sita, goes all the way to Lanka and defeats Ravana, the ten-faced demon king. It is a really great epic, more on that on some other day. But Valmiki, he is writing this river crossing scene of Ram and his wife Sita. During this scene, Sita says she will sacrifice 1,000 cows and 100 jars of wine for the success of her husband. In another scene here, when a sage Bharadwaj welcomes Ram, he welcomes him by slaughtering the fatted calf. What is this all about? In another epic, which is Mahabharata, we see the modern day Chambal river originated as the river of blood after the slaughtering of cattle by King Rantideva. In addition to all this, we see the heroes in these epics eat antelope, deer, boar, buffalo, rabbit, goat, fish, and even a rhino. Then what really changed? Nothing really changed about most of the meat. If we see the stats in the modern day India, even right now, about 77% plus people are meat eaters, and only 20-ish% of people are vegetarians in India. So meat is clearly not a problem, but enjoyed in Indian and Hindu culture. So what about beef then? Well, let's move a few years after the Valmiki and Ramayana, during the time of peak Buddhism. At this time, Hinduism is not doing so well in Indian subcontinent and Buddhists are taking over. The Buddhist monks have good connection with the kings. Kings are supporting Buddhist missionaries, building different stupas, and artworks are being commissioned. All sorts of good stuff. You know what I mean. In addition to all that, Buddhism also rejected all the sacrificial rituals of Vedic traditions, especially the cow. The cow in the society was considered useful because it gives milk, which further creates cheese and butter. It generates manure to fertilize the farmlands, and also meat and leather when it dies of old age. The cow was golden. During all this, the Brahmins, the priestly class of Hinduism, they were hated, being the killers of the cow, as the traditions they followed caused premature death of cow through the sacrifice. Brahmins had no other option but to give up the sacrificial rituals. But they couldn't really stop at that. They had to one up their spiritual game. At this time, Buddhist monks were still eating the meat. So to one up the spiritual purity, Brahmins decided to give up on meat as well. And this system remained in place for most of the time for priestly class. Even today, most of the priestly class avoids the meat. The system remained the same till the modern times. Priestly class is still not eating beef, and the other lower classes have started copying the behavior of the upper powerful classes and also giving up on beef. Some even giving up on meat for the said spiritual purity. I say some as we can see that in modern India, there are still many places where beef consumption is not a taboo. And here are almost all the places where beef slaughter is still legal. Notice the north and central India where it is mostly a taboo. So what caused all this? All these cow-related hate crimes and attacks. What caused it? The reason is not religious, it's political. The year is 2014 and the Indian power is consolidated under Narendra Modi. Modi gets 35% of the vote share, enough to win the majority. In this 35%, there is almost all of the priestly Brahmin class that votes for Modi. Meanwhile, Modi, from his own experiences, knows the religious polarization helps him gain vote share, and he is going to use cow as his weapon. Thus, that initiates the project of using cow to increase the religious tensions, and thus to gain more vote share for the Modi. But do we think this helps the cause of cow? Are cows safer now in India? Not really. The pre-Modi era, old cows which were of no use were the only ones that were sold to the slaughterhouses. India has no industrial grade beef industry. But now, due to the fear of repercussions, people just have to hold on to the aging cows and take care of them. Farmers, being already cash-stretched, end up just leaving the cows out in the open as they have no means to treat the cows. This is now leading problems such as the train crashes and also stray cows attacking the farms and people. Will this change anytime in future? I don't think so. Even in future, let's say Modi is replaced by someone else. The voting bloc, who wants to ban cow slaughter and ban beef, has gained prominence. The other side, whoever will come to the power, will also not want to lose the votes in any way. So where does this leave me? Well, here I find myself sitting next to my cheeseburger, answering the most important question. If I eat it, will I still be a Hindu? In a traditional sense, yes. Vedic Hinduism is a-okay with eating beef. But what about in modern sense? Also yes. Hinduism is a religion of diverse ideas and cultures, and the religion belongs to the people who are part of it. So yes, I am going to eat this burger and I will still be a very religious Hindu. Thank you for watching and see you next time.